Welcome back to Falkland Figures, where today I'm going to be unboxing another WWF Hasbro order that has just returned from UK graders.
Yes! Yes!
So my love-hate relationship with UK graders continues. Bit of frustration around about this order. I've obviously talked about in previous unboxing orders that it was taking really long to get orders through during the lockdown period. 8 weeks is the estimated turnaround for a standard order that they give you. Even though it's estimated 8 weeks, it's never less than 8 weeks. It's always more than 8 weeks. But that was running into almost double that during the lockdown period for the standard orders. I think I had an order that was close to 15 weeks to get through. So I kind of bit the bullet with this order and chose the fast track service. So the fast track service is 7 working day turnaround. It used to be 5 working days, but it's now 7 working days. And when they changed the length of time it was for fast track, they also put the price up. So I mean, that's, for me, that's not really how it should work. You know, if the service is getting, you know, a lower standard, i.e. longer, then surely the price should come down. But the price went up and the turnaround time went up. So I placed this order and was looking for it to get back in 7 working days. To UK graders' credit, they acknowledged receipt the day they received it, because that's one they don't often do. Sometimes, because I always track my orders when I send them to UK graders, so sometimes I know that they've received my order, like they've signed for it and it's in their warehouse, but it might be a day or two later that they actually officially acknowledge receipt. So essentially the clock starts from when they acknowledge they have it, not when they physically have it. But they did acknowledge receipt on the day that my tracking said it was there, so fair play for that. And they also sent me an email back the 7 working days later. It was 7 working days later that I got my email saying that the order was complete. So, you know, again, can't complain with that. But then this is where the controversial bit is. So they always send you an email to say your order's complete. Whether you're using the fast track service or you're using the standard service, they send you the email saying your order's complete. And then they say at the end of that email, we'll get back to you when your order is packed up and ready to be shipped. Now, sometimes that's the next day. I mean, there has been a few times where it's the next day and then you pay it and it gets sent that day, and that's fine. But a lot of times I've ordered and it's been a few days. It's been 2, 3, I think there might be one occasion it was 4 days later that the second email comes to say it's now packed up and it's ready to go. So this order I got on the Wednesday. I got my email, which was again 7 working days after they received the order, so no complaints. I got the email on the Wednesday saying it was complete. On the Thursday morning, first thing on a Thursday morning, I got an email saying it is packed, ready to send us money, which I did immediately. And I expected it to be, you know, sent out that day. If not, because I think I did read something on their website at some point that they now only post on certain days, but I thought, well, if they don't send it out on Thursday, they'll send it on Friday. I'll get it on Saturday. Worst case scenario, it'll come in on Monday, you know. But nothing, you know, nothing on Friday, nothing on Saturday, nothing on Monday. And then yesterday, today's Wednesday, by the way, when I'm filming this is Wednesday. But then on Tuesday, there was nothing on Tuesday. And I emailed them. I said, you know, I was polite. I didn't go on a rant or anything. I said, do you have a tracking number so I could see where the parcel is? And that email wasn't acknowledged. That email wasn't replied to. I didn't even get like a bounce back to say, you know, thanks for your inquiry or anything like that. It was just ignored. And then the package arrived today, and when I looked at the postage label, I don't know if you can see here, I've blanked out my address on it, but this was posted yesterday. So it's almost as if my email to them to say, do you have a tracking number for the thing you were meant to send 5 days ago, has made them go, oh, we better send that. Which makes me think, so if you're using the fast track service, you know, how can you justify charging somebody almost double for the fast track when you're going to leave their order lying in a warehouse for 5 days before you send it back to them? So I don't know, I just, you know, I'm not really one for getting into disputes and arguments and stuff. And I don't want to go on a mad rant about UK graders, because as I've said before, they do a good job, you know. But I'm at a stage with them now I've been at the stage for a while where I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to give them any more money. You know, and this order is kind of just another example of that. I paid for Fast Track, and it's taken almost twice as long because it's sat for 5 days before someone's thought to post it. So yeah, a bit frustrated. But anyway, let's not talk about this for the whole video. We do have 2 more Hasbro's, only 2, just 2 WWF Hasbro figures to unbox today. As with previous videos, I have sort of opened up. As you can see, I took the lid off the box to show you the postage date on it. But I've taken the lid off, taken some of the outer packaging out, and they were actually taped together, both the figures, as what happened in my last unboxing video. The figures were taped together and it took about a while to get them out. So I've separated them, but I haven't looked at the grades. I don't know what grades I've got. There are 2 Hasbro's in here. I'm not expecting either to be 90 gold standards, but I will be disappointed if anything under 80 comes back. I'm expecting them both to be good 80s with the chance of 85. So 2 85s I'd be delighted, an 85 and an 80 I'd be happy, 2 80s okay, but anything below that I'll be disappointed with. That said, I was thinking recently, it's happened to me twice now, both times with Hasbro's. With WWF Hasbro's, that I've sent me good figures that I'm expecting to get high grades for, and they have come out really, really low grades. I sent away a Texas Tornado that I was expecting to be very close to 90, and that came back as a 50, and the other one was an Earthquake figure, which I was again expecting an 85, possibly a 90, and that came back as a 60. And the reason for both was that in transit, at some point between me sending them and them being graded, the bubbles were damaged. So I don't know if it happened when I posted them. I don't know if it maybe happened in the UK Graders factory. Yeah, it's the bubbles got damaged, and then that obviously brings the grade down drastically. So, I mean, touch wood, that has not happened in a long time. So I was just thinking that when I was setting the camera and stuff up, I thought, oh God, what if one of these is like they've been damaged at some point and it's a really poor grade. But anyway, yeah, so I'm hoping for at least 80s, fingers crossed, maybe get 1, if not 2 85s. So let's get started. First one I have here, I don't know if you can make that one out. This is Rowdy Roddy Piper. So let's get him out of his packaging. Oh, I think I might be able to save the bubble wrap wallet for that one as well. Just about. Oh no, he's packed in tight. Might have to rip it. He's out anyway. Okay, so here we go. Rowdy Roddy Piper on a SummerSlam card. Well, kind of like a SummerSlam card. It is a SummerSlam card, but this is after the SummerSlam promotion ended. So they put this sticker in the corner just to say free trading card inside because the SummerSlam promotion wasn't on anymore. But if you check out his grade, yeah, he's got an 80. So he's graded 80, 85, 85. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's kind of where I thought he might be, you know, a good 80, kind of an 80 with 85 subgrades. I hoped he might have snuck into the 85 category, but that's fair enough. I think it's a rarer variant because it's on the SummerSlam card or the collector card. But just to kind of give people that don't know a bit of insight, what happened was a lot of the Series 2 figures that were released had a separate release with this SummerSlam promotion, and every one of them came with a collector's card. I don't know if you can see behind Roddy, he's got a collector's card in there. And behind the collector's card over there, if you see it that side, there's like a little game card or something that you open up and it tells you if you've won a trip to SummerSlam. That was the prize, was a trip to SummerSlam in, I assume, 1992, something like that. But these figures were still getting made with the collector's card and the SummerSlam thing in it after SummerSlam happened. So essentially they were promoting a competition that you couldn't win. So then they put this sticker across. That you can maybe just see just underneath. There's like the edge, I can't really get the right angle there. There's just the edge of the SummerSlam promotion sticker, and then they put the collector card sticker over the top because the SummerSlam promotion, they couldn't advertise it anymore because you couldn't go to SummerSlam anymore. So that promotion was dead. So that's why the later ones that came out had this collector card inside sticker to replace the SummerSlam sticker, but the SummerSlam sticker is still underneath, as you can see there. So if I wonder if it says on the... No, it just says Series 2. It doesn't say anything on the grading about the promotion of the card or anything. But yeah, that's kind of what I thought I'd be getting for that. 80 grade. That's fair enough. But yeah, next one. Similar hopes and aspirations for this guy. I don't know if you can tell who that is. If I can move Roddy back a bit. And this is somebody that I've not unboxed at all. I don't have him in my loose figure collection. And I wasn't going to unbox this guy. I wasn't going to take him off the card because he is really difficult to find. This is Yokozuna. So let's take him off out of his bubble wrap. I think, yeah, I'm just going to rip this one because Yoko's a bit bigger. So he is, there we go. Yoko's a bit bigger. So his bubble wrap was a bit tighter around him. So, okay, let's have a look at him. And yeah, he's got an 85. So delighted with that. Yokozuna graded 85. If we have a look at his subgrades, he's got straight 85s. He's got 85, 85, 85. That is a really good result. I was slightly concerned because, I don't know if you can make it, you probably can't, but just on his left pec there, there's a bit of a scuff on the inside of the card, and if you look closely, it's actually on the bubble. Sorry, not the card, the bubble. It's on the inside of the bubble, not on the figure. But because he's kind of filling out his bubble quite well, being the big lad that he is, you can't really tell that it's not the figure. So I was concerned that they might misinterpret that and grade it poorly. But no, I'm really happy that they have it, and that's 85, 85, 85 for an overall 85 for Yoko. Really good result. This Yokozuna, as I said, is quite a hard one to come by. The other Yokozuna, which is the same figure, but it's just a paint variant. He has, rather than have black and red tights, he has black and white. That's one of the green card series. So that's one of the last series that were released. So anybody in the green card is difficult to come by. But Yokozuna is one of the more out of that set. I mean, anyone in that set is hard to come by, but Yokozuna's probably one of the top 3 out of that set that goes for the kind of biggest money. So not the most valuable, not the most rare Yokozuna figure you can get in the Hasbro line, but certainly a good one. Yokozuna in the red card again is a desirable one. It's one that collectors want, and having a good grade like that, he should manage to go for a decent price that will mean that I can reinvest in my loose figure collection. So yeah, really happy with Yokozuna. So yeah, I mean, don't want to end the video on too negative a note, but to come back to UK graders generally, as you can tell, it's a nice job. I mean, they present them in these cases that are custom built. I don't know if you can tell, but Yoko's is a bit wider than Roddy's because Yokozuna is a wider figure on the card. Like, his bubble comes out more. So I mean, these are custom made for every figure, so that it's a good service that they provide. My frustration with the service is purely just on the kind of customer service aspect of it. I don't have any issues with what they actually do. I very rarely dispute the grades, and I've even been pleasantly surprised, probably as often as I've been disappointed with the grades of some figures. You know, I've had a couple that I've kind of just sent and hope for the best, and they've come back high 85s and 90s. So yeah, I don't, it's not like I have an issue with their grading at all, and how the figures come back. They come back good, but I just feel customer service wise, there's a lot to be desired with the customer service, and that goes a long way, I think. So I'm going to really think about whether or not I'm going to send any more figures to them. As I've kind of talked about in previous videos, the main reason I do it is because it generates a little bit of cash that I can go and buy other figures and other toy lines and stuff to expand my loose figure collection. I don't, as I've explained previously, I don't really keep super rare stuff. Somebody like Yokozuna, I wouldn't keep it anyway, because I just have visions of one of my kids knocking it off a shelf and then standing on it or something like that, which happens with most stuff in my house. So I wouldn't want to keep something that's worth as much as he probably will be worth. Certainly while I've got such young kids. I've got, like, all my kids are preschool, so they're all really young. So the main reason I do it is to generate a little bit of income to help to expand my collection further. I'm not one of these people that makes a real habit of it. I know there are some people on eBay that just buy up every WWF Hasbro figure they can get their hand on, and then spend the £30 or £40 to get it graded, and then relist it for £500, and it sits there for 3 years with nobody trying to buy it because they're trying to get a ridiculous amount for it. That's not me. That's not me at all. If you have a look at my eBay page, it's Falkirk Figures on eBay as well. Usually what I do is I list them as a 7-day auction, starting bid £99 for graded figures, because that's usually what I'm into them for. You know, if I can get something around about, you know, £60-70, I mean, I'm talking about Hasbro's here, but I mean, I suppose the same really applies for a decent Ninja Turtles Playmates and one or two others. If you can get into them for 60-70, round it off to 100 with the grading, then, you know, anything that they go for above that, so if they go for 125, they go for 150, then that's all money that you can put back into your collection, so that's all good. I'm not one of these people that wants to make a 500 or 600% profit when I sell something on eBay. You know, I'm not looking at, I mean, I won't be like listing Yokozuna for £1,000 or your best offer or something. That for me is just bonkers, and it's extortion. Apart from anything, that is actually the definition of extortion. So I'd rather it went to a collector. I'd rather it went to someone that was into these things and wanted to have them. So when I do those kind of auctions starting around about £99, that's well below what these guys are worth. You know, so whatever they go for, I won't have any complaints. I'll get my money back, and then the likelihood is the collector that buys it is going to get a better deal than they would get if they went to one of the scalper eBay stores that are looking for the absolute most they can get out of any figure. So that's my plans for these guys. I'll get these guys online along with the last figures that I unboxed. I'd Sid, Ricky Steamboat, and Demolition. So I'll be listing those guys on eBay again, probably the same, just always 70 auctions, and see how we go. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I am currently editing my Glasgow based fig hunt with my nephew. It turned out to just be me following him around places he wanted to go in Glasgow, but a couple of good clips from that. So I'll try and get that video out sometime this week. And I also have a few different toy lines that I've managed to get online for really, really reasonable prices. Next to nothing, actually, a couple of them that I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing pretty soon as well. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, please like, share, leave a comment, stay safe, we'll speak soon.